Welcome to today's session. In this class, we'll continue from the timer operation. Let us see how we are programming timer using C program. Okay. In fact, the previously we might have used with assembly language code. Here we are using simple C code to write a timer operation. Okay. The step of operation will be similar, okay, except that we are using with the C program. Okay, let us take an example. Write a 8051 C program to toggle all bits of port P1 continuously with certain delay. Okay, and use timer 0 in 16-bit mode to generate a delay. Okay, now the statement will be clear. I'm using timer 0 and with a 16-bit mode operation. Okay. Now, in fact, let us move to the program part. Okay. Now we need to include a header file reg51.h. Okay, is a header file to be included to write a assembly language code for 8051. Okay, and here the timer delay operation. The previously what the subroutine will be used. Okay, we are using a subroutine program. The name of the subroutine program you can change. In fact, okay, the user defined subroutine program to delay. Okay, it is a function, and our program of a C will begin from the main. Okay, now inside the main I started with a while 1. While 1 means a 1 is true. Okay, because I'm continuously looping it inside the program, so that while 1 means while true, okay, it will enter in the loop. Okay, P1 will be set with 55, means my P1 will be set with a 55. Okay, the 55 will be 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. Okay, 5. That means alternate bits are toggling. P1. Okay, now immediately it will call with the delay program, means my delay subroutine program will be called. Okay, when the delay subroutine program is called, we are using, okay, tmod register in mode 1. I hope you can understand this one, tmod. Okay, because I'm using lower bit of a timer 0, that is it will be set with 1. It will be set with here 1, that is 0 1 0 0. Okay, 1, because timer 0, and TL0 will be loaded with 0 0. Okay, TH0 will be loaded with 35. Okay, when I'm accessing this register, okay, these are my hexadecimal values. Okay, just look in the three instruction tmod, TL0, TH0. When you are loading the hexadecimal value, it needs to be prefixed with 0x. Okay, that is a 0 1 0 0. 0 0 will be loaded into TL0. 035, that is a hex value, will be loaded into TH0. And similarly, there is no set B. We can't use with the set B. We are using with the TR0 register. TR0 will be 1, means it will be enabled. While TF0 is equal to 0. Similarly, the previous way I used with the JNB, jump if not bit. Which bit? TF0 bit. Similarly, while TF0 is equal to 0, means TF0 is 0 until it reaches a high value, that is a FF. Okay, so it will be keep on looping it. Okay, now when it is keep on looping, okay, once it reaches the TF0 0, where it is a 1, when it reaches a 1, when it reaches a maximum value FFF, and it will be rolling back. When it is rolling back, so TF0 is set to 1, and the loop will be broken, and it will go to the next step, that is TR0 is equal to 0, means the timer will be stopped. When the timer is stopped, okay, and TF0, we are disabling the timer, that is a TF0, because the previously TF0 will be set when it reaches a maximum value. I'll make it with the 0, that is a clearing it. Again it will be roll it back to the program where it is called, means it will be loop it to, from this one it will go to the next instruction, that is P1. Now P1 will be set with A. A means what? 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. Made alternate bits are enabled now. Okay, again your delay will be called. Again it will enter into the subroutine program, delay program. Okay, now again the T mod will be set with 0 1, TL not with a 0 0, TH not with a 35, TR not 1. Okay, and this keep on looping it, okay, with a calling the subroutine program, so that I may get a alternate bits enabling and disabling onto the output port P1. Okay, okay, look at this as a calculation part. Okay, the maximum value, because it is a hexadecimal calculation, we did it here. Okay, the maximum value will be FFF, and what the value will be set here, TL not 0 0, TH not 35. After subtraction with the hexadecimal value CAFF, if I convert this CAFF into decimal value, 5967 plus 1, that will be 5968. Okay, now in this program I am using with a crystal frequency of 11.0592, same frequency. If I divide 12 divided by this value, I may end up with a 1.085 microsecond. If you multiply this value, you will get here 56.384 milliseconds. Means the corresponding delay by the subroutine program will be 56.384 millisecond. The delay produced by the subroutine program is 56.384 millisecond. Okay, approximately. I hope this program will be clear for you. Okay, let us move to the next slide, in which to speed up the 8051, many recent versions of 8051 are available, so that we can reduce the number of clocks per machine cycle from 12 to 4. Okay, now all the way, now previously we have divided this is 12 divided by frequency. Okay, now that will be 12 will be considered as a one machine cycle will be consuming 12 clocks. Okay, for the recent higher versions, if they are coming in, okay, we need to be considered as a 4 machine cycles like this. Okay, so that will be decided by the manufacturer, because the frequency for the timer is always 1/12 of the frequency of the crystal attached to the 8051, regardless of 8051 versions. Okay, if it is for 4 means we have to divide by 4 by F. Okay, let us move to the one more program or using a simple C code. Okay, write an 8051C program to toggle only bit P1.5 continuously. Means I am using a port P1, there is a 6th bit, it will be toggling, okay, with alternately, and I need to generate 50 millisecond. 50 millisecond means my subroutine program has to generate 50 millisecond of a delay interval. Okay, now similarly I am using timer 0 and mode 1. Okay, that is 16 bit to create delay. Okay, and we are testing it for two processor, that is a Atmel 89C51 and DS89C420. Okay, there is a processor will be there. In the second step, the processor frequency is not given. Okay, we will consider with the 1.085 microsecond. Okay, let me come to the program part. Okay, now as per the statement, to toggle only bit P1.5. Okay, now as in the first line code, we have to include reg51.h is a header file, and it is the second line. We have to call the subroutine program. There is a subroutine program will be called here. In the third bit, in the third statement, okay, when you are accessing the single bit of the port, okay, single bit of the port, we need to be used with a data type yes bit, okay, and it is the next will be like a variable name. Is a variable name I have given here my bit, and equal to P1.5. You can't use it here 1 point like this. We have to use with the cap. Okay, that will be like my bit will be P1.5, means you are accessing a P1.5 bit of the port 1. Okay, if it is 6, 1 cap 6. If it is 4, 1 cap 4. And the data type we are using is a S bit to access a single bit. Okay, as the program will begin from the main, while 1 means while the true, my bit, it will enter into the loop. My bit is equal to complementary of this. If it is a my bit, that is a 1.5. If it is 0, complement of this, there is a 1. Okay, that will be complement of 0. That will be, you will get here 1. Okay, that is 1 will be set and the delay will be called. Delay, when the delay is called in the subroutine program, I have to set with the T mode. Again, when I set with the T mode, okay, that is a timer 0 mode 1 operation. Okay, timer 0 mode 1 operation. And let us come to the calculation part. Okay, how much frequency is asked here? The delay will be 50 millisecond. 50 millisecond divided by how much here? 1.085 micro. You divide this. Approximately you will end up with 46082. 46082. Okay. Now when that is like 46082, when I that is what we'll get here. Okay, plus 1 of this, plus 1. Okay, means when I get here. Okay, now I got here 50 millisecond divided by 1.085. Now it will get here 46082. When you convert this 46082, okay, that will be like, you'll get here B402. Okay, that will be like B402. When I convert this B402, okay, B402, what the value you get when you subtract one FFF, okay, you will end up with 4BFD. Okay, you will get here 4BFD. Okay, means this 4B will be loaded into TH, that is TH0, and FD will be loaded into TL0. Okay, this is the value it will be corresponding for 50 millisecond of a time interval. Okay, once if you are done here, TR0 will be enabled 1 and counter will start. From what value it will start? 4BFD. Okay, until it reaches a FFF. Once it reaches a FFF, okay, then TF0 will be enabled to 1 and the loop will be broken and it will go to the next instruction. TR0 means it will stop the timer, and whatever the previous flag TF0 is set, it will be reset with the TF0, and again it will loop back to the previous instruction where it is left. Okay, to delay again it will enter into the while loop. The complementary of the my bit, again 1 will be complemented, it will be made with the 0, since I get a continuous square wave at the output side. Okay, I hope this program will be clear. Okay, let us move to the one more program to generate a toggling bits at port P2 continuously for every 500 millisecond and use timer 1 mode 1 to create a delay. Okay, now this is a program, in fact, okay, we are using a port P2. Okay, let us move to the program part here. Okay, I hope in the initial three lines are very clear. Okay, I am using DS89C420 crystal oscillator with a 11.0592. Okay, unsigned char. Okay, now unsigned char. Okay, X is of type character, it will take a 8 bit, and it is unsigned, means it is a positive bit. Okay, now P2 will be initialized with the 055, means 55, and from the previous only it will be initialized with your 55 bits, or that is 01 01 01 01, like this. While 1, okay, while true, toggle the bits. Okay, all the content of port P2 will be toggled, means it will be similar program. Okay, means AA. It will turn to the AA. Ones will be turned to 0, zeros will be turned to 1. Okay, now for x is equal to 0, x less than 20, x less than 20, x plus plus. Okay, now you might be wonder here why I took it here for x is less than 20. Okay, now look at this one. Okay, in the previous way, x is equal to 0, x is less than 20 means the time delay will be repeated for how many times? 20 times. I hope this concept will be clear. 20 times. Okay, means when I'm generating from the previous way, okay, it will be time delay will be called, and time delay, okay, look at this condition here. T mod will be set to 10, TL1 will be FE, TH1 will be A5. Okay. Now when I enter into the subroutine program, okay, now in order to calculate my 500 millisecond, okay, now we can't able to generate with the 500 millisecond. It's the same if it is repeated for 20 times. Okay, look at the calculation part. Okay, I set with like a TH1 TL1 with the A5 FE. Okay, its hexadecimal value will be 42494. Okay, when I subtract this, I'll get here 23042. I hope this calculation will be taken up from the previous class. Okay, now if I multiply this with a 1.085 23042, I'll get with a 25 millisecond time interval. Okay, means I can able to generate with a 25 millisecond if it is repeated for 20 times. Okay, that is with the 20 into 25, I may get with the 500 millisecond as what we have taken it here. Okay, look at this. This time delay will be repeated for 20 times, means approximately I'll get here 500 millisecond time interval. Okay, I hope this concept will be clear, because with the maximum frequency I can able to generate with FFF. Okay, with the similarly for 25, okay, it will be multiplied by 20 millisecond. So 20 times 25 millisecond, I'll end up with the 500 millisecond of a time interval. Okay, now in fact when I'm calculating this one, okay, now here when I say 25 here, if I say divide 25 divided by 1.085 micro, you will get here 23042. Okay, 23042 into 1.085. Okay, that is what I get a 25 millisecond time interval. I hope this concept will be clear. Okay, we'll see in further some more examples with the C programs. Thank you.